Skincare is a very, very popular topic on YouTube. If you put in a search for a particular type of moisturiser or a particular skincare concern, you'll get dozens and dozens and dozens of suggested videos. Unfortunately, not mine at the moment because I'm too small and YouTube doesn't like promoting small channels for some reason, but there you go. So today I want to have a look at some of the ones and tell you some of the ones that I particularly watch and why, and I'll make sure I leave links for all these people's channels in the description below. So let's get to it. So first on my list is actually one of the first skincare YouTubers that I actually started watching, and this was way back, I think it must have been about 5 years ago when he started his channel, and that's James Welsh. Now, if you're into skincare, you know who James is. James is phenomenally successful. I think he's recently hit his 1 million subscribers, which is amazing. Very well deserved. Really, really nice, personable guy. Very charismatic. What I really like about James is that he will not hesitate to go back to something that he either loved or hated previously and bring you up to speed and change his mind. He will quite happily roast himself for some of his older videos in some of the advice he gives, which is perfectly fine, because obviously as science changes, as the skin changes, as your knowledge increases, as James gone along and built his channel, he's got more and more knowledge. He's an extremely knowledgeable guy. He's got a natural charisma, natural warmth about him on his channel. As I say, I've literally been watching him for years. I think, trying to think back now, I think probably the first sort of videos I watched of his mostly were around hair care, because I think he did an awful lot of stuff around hair care and then more into the skin, and I really used to enjoy his channel. I used to make sure I tried to watch every single video he did, even the ones with that didn't necessarily affect me, just because I liked his energy. I liked his. There's a warmth about James, which I think is particularly appealing to you if you want to pick up someone, if you want to trust someone. And talking about trust, one of the things I find quite interesting with James is I remember several times him saying he hates the term influencer. He really does. He doesn't. You know. Maybe now he's hit the million. Maybe he thinks differently. But certainly in the early years of his channel, he would make a point of saying that he's not an influencer. But that said, he did influence me to buy many products. There's many products that I've bought based solely on James's recommendation, and that's because I feel I can trust James. Now, he has done a few sponsored videos, and when he does, he clearly says so. But he hasn't shied away for calling out particular products and particular brands, and I think that gives a certain sincerity to his videos. Some of the reviews he's done I don't necessarily agree with, because my skin is different from his skin, but I value his opinion, and if he says something is good, I trust him in that opinion, and then I will look to see if I want to be influenced to buy it or not. Just talking about James, quite an aside actually, just before I started putting some notes together for this video, is I actually got I probably deleted that. I actually got a bit of a flame DM on Instagram. I'm quite active on Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Men's Grooming Advice at Instagram. Sending me this email, which is basically saying, why the hell listen to me? Why would anybody want to watch my videos or listen to me instead of James? You know, why would anybody bother? Because, you know, look at me compared to look at James. You know, it's the first really unpleasant message I've got on social media since I started my channel. I know it comes with the territory. Yeah, I've had people disagree with me about some of my reviews, particularly a couple of my fragrance reviews, but everyone's always been really, really polite. But this particular person was really, really, really going at me. So I can't produce that volume of work, and I don't look like James. James is a naturally really good looking guy. Now, I'm straight, you know, I'm married with kids, or a kid, but you know, he's a very good looking guy. And when this person, you can tell it. You can tell now I'm starting to get a bit wound up about it. When this person talked about it on their message, and I was thinking about putting it on screen, but I thought, no, just don't flame the person. You know, he's entitled to his opinion. I'm entitled to disagree with him. But he was saying basically, look at my skin compared to James. You know, I shouldn't be given advice. Well, let's be fair about this, okay? As I say, James is much better looking than me. He's a naturally good looking guy. He's got very, very good skin. He hasn't always had. He's had to work at it. He's tried hundreds, if not thousands of products over the years to get his skin looking as good as it is now. And the other thing is, because I don't know James personally, I mean, I've never spoken to him. I'm sure he wouldn't ever watch any of my videos. He doesn't know I exist. But James, I believe, is, I'm going to guess 31, because I'm pretty sure it's about a year ago he had a video and he mentioned his 30th birthday. So forgive me if I'm wrong, James, but I'm thinking James is 31. Now, my birthday, in a few months' time, I will be 55. So, the best will in the world, with the best skincare in the world, as a 55-year-old guy, I'm never quite going to compete with a good-looking 31-year-old like James. But that aside, I'm sure you already follow James, but if you don't, make sure you do. It was James that actually got me interested in Korean skincare, and God bless you for that, James, because I adore Korean skincare, and it's directly because of James's recommendations. So make sure you check him out if you haven't already done so. And when you talk about successful YouTubers, you cannot miss out Hyram. Hyram from Hawaii, that has just seen an amazing growth in his channel. I can't remember when I started watching him. Certainly, I don't know how long his channel's been running for, but certainly I'd been watching James Welsh for a few years before I found Hyram. But Hyram now is, I think he's hit, that's 4 million subscribers, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But I would be absolutely amazed if we don't have a Skincare by Hyram product line within the next year or so. I can virtually guarantee it, and I for one will be putting in an order to review it, because I trust Hyram. I love it when he throws shade at a company. I know sometimes it's nice to have these, oh, this is wonderful, oh, this is great, but sometimes it's nice to watch somebody really going off on one, really slagging off a product, and Hyram has done that on a number of occasions, and it's a joy to behold. He has got this real hang-up about fragrances in skincare. I don't find that so much of a problem. In fact, the current moisturiser I'm using at the moment has quite a strong fragrance to it, and I absolutely adore it. Separate video on that coming up. Some fragrances and some essential oils can be very triggering to sensitive skin, so I understand where he's coming from there. James is also really, really socially aware and environmentally aware, and I mean in a good way. I don't mean one of these woke SJW type warriors who, you know, go off on one on Twitter about this, that and the other, and don't talk the talk but don't walk the walk. Hyram is very, very dedicated to make sure that the products he uses comes from sustainable sources, that there's recycling packaging available, or glass if at all possible, because it's easier to recycle. He's very, very keen on making sure that you stick to certain types of certain types of sunscreen, so there's no potential for damage to the barrier reefs. He particularly picks up on companies that are ethically driven and helps promote them, and I believe this is because that's his core values. I actually trust Hyram's core values in that's what he's talking about. He's not trying to get some social clout. He's not saying look at me, aren't I a good boy? He genuinely believes in what he's saying, and because of that, myself and I'm sure his 4 million subscribers trust him also. So again, I'm absolutely sure if you're into skincare, you know who Hyram is. If not, link in the description below, make sure you go follow him. Now, another YouTuber who is fairly new on the scene is Mad About Skin. Now, I've never met Rob, unfortunately. I'd love to meet him. He seems like such a genuinely nice guy. But Rob started his channel, Mad About Skin, just after I started mine, and we started an on-off sort of dialogue about the channel and supporting each other, and he'd link to my videos, I'd link to his, and that sort of thing. And the guy has seen such phenomenal growth in his channel in the last few months. I mean, he's killing it. He is, I think is it 17,000 subscribers he's got. 17,000 subscribers for someone who I can't remember how long he's been going for, but probably only about 6 or 7 months, something like that. But it's an amazing achievement, and he works so bloody hard as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure he puts out a video a day. You know, day in, day out, there's a video. He's also on Instagram a couple of times a day as well. I believe now he's now become full-time in doing his YouTube, which is an amazing success story. He started before me, and obviously he's just gone off in the stratosphere and left me far behind. Am I jealous about that? If I'm honest with you, if I'm being really honest, yeah, I am a little bit jealous. You know, I am wishing that, you know, my subs has gone like that. But the fact is, Rob is such a nice guy. He deserves it. He works so hard. He's so genuine. He's such a lovely guy. In fact, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I will. When Rob did the announcement saying that he was going to go full time with his channel, I messaged him shortly after saying congratulations, and I said to him, look, Rob, do you know what? I don't know whether I should bother doing my channel. You know, there's only so many people, so many channels people can watch. His is doing he's massively successful. Mine's just trickling along. You know, and perhaps I just say, you know what? I obviously haven't got what it takes. I haven't got the time. I haven't got the charisma. I haven't got the talent or whatever it needs to get all the subs that would make my channel a success. And I wrote to him, and it wasn't a moan. I wasn't, you know, having a go about his success compared to mine. It was just a general chat. And bless him, he sent me like such a lovely message saying, look, you know, it's really, really encouraging, saying some really good things, really positive things, and I was lifted up. That day I was lifted up. I felt like, do you know what? Okay, I've only got a few hundred subscribers, and compared to people I watch with millions of subscribers, but the people who watch my videos are great. Not just because they watch my videos, but I get such positive feedback on my videos, even when people disagree with me. I get very positive feedback. I get some genuine compliments on the channel, and it's just really, really nice. But Rob is one of those guys, as I say, he works so hard. He definitely deserves his success. I wish him all the best, and he will keep going. He will keep going, and I believe as well he has said that he's looking at trying to maybe launch his own skincare range in the future, which will be, again, brilliant, because he's such a knowledgeable guy, such a nice guy. If you haven't followed him already, please click the link below when you finish this video. Pop over to him, watch a couple of his videos, make sure you click subscribe. Really great guy, definitely needs supporting. Big thumbs up from me. So that's 3 guys' channels that I follow, but what about the girls? Well, I can't go a week without watching at least one video from Cassandra Bankson. Cassandra is hugely knowledgeable. She's a medical esthetician. She's posted videos of herself and photos of herself over the years with the struggles that she's had with acne. She had such a struggle with her acne, and you look at her now and she is flawless. She is beautiful. Yeah, she is beautiful, and she's got a beautiful voice, and if I'm honest, guys, I've actually got a bit of a crush on her, but that's beside the point. She's fought that fight. So if you suffer with acne, then I would definitely go over to her channel and go through and have a little search on all the videos she's done. She's got some amazing advice for acne sufferers. She doesn't just talk the talk, she's walked the walk. She is hilarious when she looks on other people's routines. It's becoming quite common now that you'll see people, skincare content creators, who will evaluate somebody else's skincare. They'll sit there and they'll watch Rhiannon or when the Jenners do their makeup routine, do their skincare routine, and then critique it as they go. So that's quite a popular thing. But Cassandra does it, and she doesn't hold back. If she doesn't like something, oh boy does she say so. She is brutally honest. I mean, she is scarily honest with her reviews sometimes, and that's great, because again, if you're watching YouTube, at the end of the day, if you watch YouTube for advice about, in this case, skincare, then you're looking for recommendations. You're looking for someone to say, I've tried this particular product and it's great, I'd recommend you spend your money, or I've tried this and you don't. So with James, with Hyram, with Robert Mad About Skin, 3 very, very trustworthy guys, and with Cassandra, again, somebody that I would watch a video of hers, and if she says something's trash, I believe her. If you want to have a bit of a laugh, watch her critiquing somebody else's routine. Now, as people often do on the thumbnails, they kind of give away the direction of travel for a video. So if you see a picture of Cassandra on a thumbnail and she's sort of doing like that, like hell no, then you know you're in for a good one. She's going to rip somebody a new one. But fortunately, because I'm Tiny Channel, she's never heard of me. She's never going to review one of my skincare routines, so I'm safe. But Cassandra Bankson, definitely, she is a wonderful, wonderful asset on the internet for the skincare community. She is definitely somebody you should follow. Hugely knowledgeable, yeah, and gorgeous as well, which is always a bonus. So guys, that's just a couple of the YouTubers or content creators or influencers, depending on which word you want to use, that I particularly like and have watched for years on YouTube, and has helped me in some of the buying decisions I've made, and given me great entertainment and information along the way. So do make sure you follow them. And who do you follow? Let me know in the comment section below. Who do you find particularly useful, and who do you find that you don't watch anymore, or you watched and you couldn't stand and you couldn't watch anymore? Let's have that conversation, because my follow-up video to this, I will talk about a couple more great YouTubers that I follow and a couple that I don't, and I'll tell you exactly why. I've been Bear Clark. You've been amazing as always. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you again real soon.